Alright everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. And what I want to do today is give you guys a update client report. This is basically like kind of like a 6-month evaluation of the improvement I've made at Core. Core is where I do my activity-based therapy. I made a video of that a while back, and if you haven't watched that, go check it out. And I plan on making another one pretty soon. Alright everybody, so before we get into that, what I want to do is say Happy New Year to all the subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to this channel that I started this year. 2020, I plan on making this a huge year for the channel. Want to get more people in, more people to start, kind of seeing this whole entire journey take place. Because this year is going to be a big year for my recovery. I've went ahead and made some recovery goals for myself, and I'm going to share those with you guys in a second. So a couple of the goals that I want to have that are going to be made this year, a couple of the goals that are going to be achieved this year. One is going to be I'm going to start driving. I'm currently doing the whole course to learn how to drive. I'm finishing that up, so I'm getting really close. That's going to be coming really soon. And for recovery, I have some very big goals. Now, these goals, they may seem a little far-fetched for a lot of people. To me, I feel like I have to try and make huge goals for myself to do this, to recover faster, to push myself harder. So that's why these goals are going to be so big, and they're all going to happen this year. So by the end of February, what I want to do is I want to start moving my toes. That's going to take a lot of time just laying in bed, trying to just move my toes, thinking about it all the time. So by the end of February, I want to have that done. So then I can go on to bigger things from there. So next, when I have my toes, I'll just keep on doing that, keep on exercising my toes, being able to move and everything like that. And by the end of May, what I want to do is be able to flex my knee. I want to be able to kick it out and bring it in without having to use my arms. I want it to all to be just me controlling my leg, going in and out, in and out. I want to be able to, hold a lockout, and what a lockout is, instead of let's say my elbow is my knee. So if it's like this, it's bent, and this is called a lockout when your leg is straight out. I want to be able to hold that position even when I stand, because right now when I stand, my lockouts are not strong, so my knees will buckle, and they'll bend. So that's been a little challenge for me trying to stand. So once by the end of May, once I have this down packed, I should be able to stand more efficiently, longer and more controlled, without using electrical stimulation and stuff like that. So that's the second goal. So the third one I have is either by the end of August or September. I'm kind of giving myself a little leeway on this one. Is to be able to stand completely on my own with full lockout. Good posture also, that's really important, is really good posture. I want to be able to stand like that completely on my own with no assistance by the end of August or September. So that's why I need control of my toes, I need control of my knees, because I need all the stability I can get to achieve that goal. And the next one is by the end of April or May, what I want to do is I want to have a full sit-up. So for those of you guys that don't know, my level of sensation ends right about here. This is where my injury kind of happened, so everything from here down I can't feel. And all the muscle from here down is not fully under my control yet. So, but I want to be able to change that, do a sit-up from now to the end of May or April. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know or not, but to be able to do a sit-up is really, really hard, because these muscles, the ab muscles, can't contract for right now. So it's my goal to be able to change that by the end of April or May. So that is another big goal that's going to help a lot for stability while I'm standing, walking, doing anything, because those core muscles, I didn't know this until after my accident, but they're extremely important in everything we do. So yeah. And then by the end, and then the biggest one, the one I'm excited for each and every one of them, but the biggest one that I want to have done by the very last day of this year, by December 31st, 2020, I want to walk, whether it be, a few steps, whether it be freaking 10 miles, I don't know. I just want to be able to walk. I want to achieve that by the end of this year. And like I said earlier, these are very, very big goals, especially for someone that has my injury. I'm like a T3, T4, a complete injury. And in the eyes of doctors, like I've told you guys before, they say that it's probably never going to be done. They give me like a 1 to 3% chance of walking again, but it's going to be my goal to prove them wrong by the end of this year, which I think is 100% possible with my faith, hard work, my therapy, but most importantly God. I know that I have to to pray, to really try and meditate on this. For everyone out there that has a spinal cord injury and everything like that, I think it's really important that that we realize most of this is all mental. It's a neurological problem, and as long as we're just strong in our brain and our mind and our faith, and I really think we could get it done to each and every person, not just a select group, not just me. I think every single person that has a spinal cord injury or spinal cord sickness or anything along that line, as long as they have the strong mental power behind it, anything can be done. And in my case, I really believe God will heal me. Pray on it, and just believe that He can do it, and He'll put His strength through me to be able to achieve that. So I have these goals. I'm praying on them every day, and I'm gonna share the whole process with you guys throughout this whole entire year. So yeah, those are my goals for 2020. 2019 wasn't the best year. That was the year of my accident. From December of 2018 till December of 2019, everything was, kind of just bad event after bad event, negative event after negative event. And, what me and my family are looking to do is change all that, turn it all around, and, just make 2020 a successful year in all areas of our life. So with that being said, let's get to one of the main reasons of this video. Right here, like I showed you guys, this is an updated client report for CORE. CORE is where I do my activity-based therapy. This is the place that I've been going to since the 6th month of 2019. April, May, June. So June. So I've been going here since June 7th, 2019. And what we did the first day I got there was we took a kind of evaluation to see where I was at, what I could do with my body. And I was recently out of the hospital, so I couldn't do much. So what I want to go over with you guys, there's an initial assessment and a 2019 reassessment. So I'm going to go ahead and just read some of the stuff that they have here. And I'm going to go ahead and read some of the stuff that they have written down for the initial assessment and the improved one. So first, they broke it up into a couple of skills. We did, first was a sit test. This was just sitting down without a backrest, sitting down and without anything to, hold my back in place. And I had to try and do that with proper posture instead of slouching. When I first got to CORE, they said that I maintained seated balance for 15 seconds with arms parallel to the ground and appropriate posture of trunk but not pelvis. So what they mean by that is I sat down with my arms up like this, with proper posture of my trunk, which is all this right here, but not my pelvis. So that means my pelvis was kind of turned, and I was slouching just a little bit at my hips. The next one is a reverse sit-up. Now, what a reverse sit-up is instead of doing a regular sit-up, going from laying up like that, you start off here, and then you use your back muscles to pull yourself up and come to this position right here. So when I first got to core, I couldn't go from here all the way up, so we started right about here. I'll put a whole bunch of blocks right here, and it's like a quarter of the way, and I tried to get up like that, but what they said is, but I lost control during the last half of the movement, using body weight as a counterbalance. So in other words, I did pretty crappy. And then the 2019 reassessment says that I attempted the same thing, but I lost control during the last half of the movement with my arms across my chest. So it's a little bit of improvement, not much, but I'd look to change that this year. So for the sit-up test, when I first got there, I could barely do anything. I would have to start really close to the top and then swing like that to try and get a sit-up. But now I have a little more control of my abs and everything like that, so I can do a sit-up with my arms across my chest and pull myself forward. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. The next one is a full sit to stand. Now this is going from the sitting position, like what I'm in right now, to fully standing. And the way we do that, like there'll be like a bar like right around here, and I'll grab onto it with both hands. Ugh, I can't really lift up both arms, but so I'll grab onto it and then I'll kind of pull myself up and kind of just stand there for a bit. When I first got there, I was pretty good at it already. I think that's because I had like good arm strength and everything. So I was able to lift myself up and bring myself to full standing position with minimal assist from a trainer. And now when we redid it, I was able to do it with no trainer assistance, and I was able to do it for reps. So that means going up, standing for a bit, coming down, going up, standing for a bit, coming down. So another thing that I got pretty good at it's called neuro freestanding. What this is me standing without any bars in front of me for me to hold on to. And usually I'll have like some electrical stimulation on my abs and on my back to help me kind of stand upright. When I first started, I had to have this bar out in front of me that I can hold on to for the whole entire time that I was standing. If not, I couldn't really control my body too much, and I would just either lean too much to my right, left, back, or forward, or I would just kind of fall and sit back down. But now I'm able to hold myself in the standing position a lot more. I can control my hips when they go too far to the left, right, forward, or backward. I can kind of like control my hips into bringing them back into the center position, where I can hold my body, for a while, and I don't have to use that bar anymore. What I use is I'm trying to put a picture of some walking sticks and some some crutches kind of. And that was a really big milestone for me because it's just such a big thing. I was standing with these crutches kind of, and it just felt like a really big step toward recovery for me. So the last thing, I just want to read a little bit about what CORE has said about my progress, and this is all in their words. So let's see what they had to say. So a program overview. When Nate began at CORE, he was unsure of his body because his injury was so recent. He was unable to sit without holding on to the table because he was afraid he was going to lose his balance. His blood pressure would drop while standing, so he could only stand for approximately 30 seconds to a minute at a time. During his first locomotor training sessions, his legs were very relaxed and easy to move, and he achieved occasional contractions in his quadriceps, right here, and his hamstring muscles, which is in the back. Minimal assistance was needed on both legs during step ability training. At the time of his initial evaluation, he was shocked when he found out that he lost almost 20 pounds since his accident. So then they go on to say, over the past 6 months, Nate has made incredible progress. When reassessments were taken, he had increased his weight/muscle mass to 166 pounds. Although no initial body measurements were taken, it is very visually noticeable that the circumference of his legs has increased. So basically saying I went from, you know, these thin chicken legs to, you know, got my legs back. You know what I'm saying? After his first few weeks of training, he began to trust trainers and his body, and was open to trying more things. His standing endurance has improved, and he is now able to stand for an entire hour with minimal to no assistance at hips and knees. So, like I said before, in the beginning, 6 months ago, I could barely stand for 30 seconds. Now I can stand for a whole hour, just standing with walking steps to help with balance. Recently, he has been able to lock out his left leg without assistance, which was another big milestone. But does not translate over to the right leg. His legs are significantly more active. The activation makes it very difficult to move his legs for the first few bouts, but once the body relaxes, he is able to get strong hamstring contractions on both legs, and is able to hold the lockout on both sides for about 75% of the stance. So yeah, that is the client report in a nutshell, kind of. So yeah, that's mostly the client report. I just wanted to share that with you guys, share my goals, you know, share my outlook on this whole entire year, and give you guys kind of a word of encouragement to everyone that has a spinal cord injury or just going through something in general. Like, I believe 100% that we, not only because it's a new year, I don't like New Year resolutions too much, but I mean, I kind of feel like if you're going to change something, just make it happen right then and there. But because of the new year, I figured I'd just come out with this video. But like, you know, if we have some sort of hardship, whether it be a spinal cord injury, sickness, or something else, just know that it can happen this year. No matter how many years you've been in your situation, it can happen this year. All you have to do is just put in the work for it, believe, have faith, and all you have to do is just put in the work, believe, have faith, and in each one of those categories, everything has to be strong. Your faith has to be strong. The work you put in has to be, you know, a lot. It has to be strong. And you know, just belief has to be strong. Everything starts in the mind, and then it just correlates to the rest of the body. You know, it trickles down, and I'm really excited for December 31st. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that day because I know a lot is going to be gained, not only like on that day, but throughout the whole entire year. And I'm looking forward to that day when I can reflect on everything that happened this year, last year, and how I overcame everything. And I'm looking forward to you guys seeing everything. So thank you guys. I appreciate the views. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the views, subscribers, the likes, everything, all the shares. And yeah, so that's it for the video. I appreciate it. I got another video coming out in a couple of days. So yeah, that's it for the video. So that's it for the video. I have my next video all planned out, and I just need to go film it. And I'm going to have that out for you guys pretty soon. So I appreciate it. Like I said, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.